In a quiet corner of an old alley there lived an elderly beggar. His world consisted of just an old sheet, a tattered canopy, and the spot where he sat every day. Every day he settled into his place, stretched out his hand, and asked people for something. Some gave him money, some left a piece of bread. Others simply ignored him and walked past. Life continued like this, without hope, without change. But one day something different happened. A stranger approached. His face was ordinary, yet his eyes held a deep sparkle. There was a peace about him, something the beggar had never seen before. As usual, the beggar stretched out his hand, but the man didn't place anything in it. Instead, he smiled. "You always ask from others," he said gently. "But have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was taken aback. He hesitated, then muttered restlessly, "What do I have to give?" "I am in need myself." The man laughed softly. "Everyone has something to give. You just need the right perspective to see it." And with that, he walked away. But his words lingered. That night, the beggar couldn't stop thinking, "I should give something too. But what do I have?" He had no money, no valuable possession. The next morning, for the first time, the beggar gave something without asking. A small thing, a smile. A little boy came by and placed a single rupee in his hand. The beggar didn't just say thank you. He smiled, a warm, genuine smile, and with it, he gave a blessing. "Son, may your life always be filled with happiness." The boy's face lit up. He ran to his mother. "Ami, this beggar is so kind. He gave me a blessing and such a lovely smile." The beggar watched in amazement. A smile was also a gift. From that day on, he made a decision. Whoever gave him something, he would offer them a beautiful smile and a heartfelt thank you in return. Slowly, something changed. People noticed. Those who used to drop a coin and walk away now paused for a moment. Some exchanged a few words. Some even sought his blessings before leaving. One day, a businessman who passed through that alley every day stopped and asked, "What's the secret behind your smile?" The beggar looked up. "Ever since I started giving, I have started receiving more as well." The businessman was intrigued. He thought for a moment. "If I give you an opportunity," he said, "would you be willing to change your life?" The beggar frowned slightly. "How?" "I can help you set up a small tea stall," the businessman explained. "You have a priceless gift, your smile. If you welcome people warmly, your tea will become famous." The beggar hesitated. Was this really possible? But deep down, something stirred. Hope. With the businessman's help, a small tea stall was set up. At first, it was modest, just a table, a few cups. But something magical happened. People didn't just come for the tea, they came for the smile, for the kindness. Word spread. Those who once ignored him now stopped by, eager to hear his words. Years passed. At the very same crossroads where he once sat as a beggar, now stood a thriving tea shop. But he was no longer a beggar. He was a man who had found his worth. And then, one day, the same stranger appeared. The one who had asked, "Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The man smiled. The former beggar recognized him instantly. With a warm heart, he said, "Today I have understood. Everyone has something to give. I had only a smile, but that became my identity." The stranger nodded. "And that is the most valuable thing, spreading happiness.